Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone tomorrow. Let your hands talk in the ring.
What's up, everybody? This is Chi Ming from Coastal Boxing Club, wishing you all a happy Friday and a great weekend. Doing this upload today to talk about the heavyweight championship fight tomorrow. Undisputed heavyweight championship fight. Damn, I bet you probably thought we'd never be saying that, huh? Well, it's been a while. We'd say maybe about like 30 years. I think Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield was the last time that we had an undisputed heavyweight championship fight. Through the years, the belts have been split up all over the place. The Klitschko's, Vladimir and Vitaly both had them for a long time. Vladimir had 3. I think Vitaly had 1. And they just would not fight each other. They brothers. What the fuck? Anyway, so like I think when Vitaly retired, the belt got vacated. It got split up, and that's how it ended up with Deontay Wilder. You know, things go here, things go there. Wilder ends up as champ. Of course, Vladimir Klitschko lost to Tyson Fury. He took his titles, and then he was stripped of the titles. And then Anthony Joshua fought Vladimir for the vacant titles. He won. He had the 3 titles. They were everywhere. And then that's how, when Usyk and AJ fought the first fight, of course, Usyk won the first fight. And then he won the rematch as well. He's fought about like 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, in heavyweight. Alexander Usyk, he was the undisputed cruiserweight champion before he moved up. He is one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound. I think on the ESPN list, he's at number 3 right now. But Tyson Fury is also on the pound for pound list at number 10. I think Anthony Joshua is the second best heavyweight in boxing behind Usyk. But Tyson Fury is right there behind him. He's in the top 3, no doubt about that. What I wanted to talk about today, other than the fight, is that the weight, man, the weigh-in, I just watched it not too long ago, and Tyson Fury, not gonna lie, looked lean, fit, like he really taking this fight serious, like he's really ready to go. I think he weighed about like 260, 262, which would probably be as light as he's been in a long, long time. I think the last time he was this light was against Otto Wallin. I think he floated around in the 250s or something like that. Now, do not think that this means a lot, because, I mean, if he was as light against Wallin, he kind of struggled against Wallin. Maybe him being this light might not be, you know, who knows? All I know is the last time I seen him this light, he struggled. And Usyk came in at 233 pounds. What? Now, see, this isn't out of the realm of possibility for me, because Usyk is like 6'2.5", 6'3". He can put the weight on and move up. It's not really that big of a deal. I think that it's a good idea for him, because we already know what Tyson Fury is going to try to do. He just keeps talking about how small Usyk is in size and stature, and he's just going to overwhelm him with size. Pause. That. But you know what I mean, ladies and germs. He's basically going to try to overmatch him, and it's a big size differential. Tyson Fury ain't 6'9" either. I just want to throw that out there. I don't think he's 6'9". Like I'm looking at when I'm looking at after the weigh-in and they face off, I mean, yeah, I give him 6'7". I'm being generous. I don't want to say 6'6", but we'll go with 6'7". That's cool. This fight is going to boil down to, I think Usyk is going to be the one that has to dictate this fight. He's going to have to dictate the pace, because I don't care what anybody says. I don't think Tyson Fury is going to go in there and try to box and stick and move against Usyk. I just don't think that's the way to go. When I watch Alexander Usyk fight, it's really almost like looking at Vasily Lomachenko, the heavyweight version. The guy can throw punches from all angles. That shot put jab, I call it the Ukrainian jab, because they all do it and they do it well. It's a shot put jab, it's sharp, and it hurts. And on top of that, when you really get down to the nitty gritty, watch Usyk, Lomachenko. Combinations turn you on an angle. Combinations turn you on an angle. It's going to be difficult, in my opinion, for Fury to adapt. Fury has fought good heavyweights. I think this might be the best heavyweight he's fought in his prime. Vlad was a great heavyweight, but I think when Fury fought him, he might have been a little bit long in the tooth. Also, he was going through a lot of issues at the time. He was having marital issues. He was injured as well. And I think when Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko, it possibly is one of the worst heavyweight title fights of all time. Fury he won the fight, but he didn't win. He ran a lot. He didn't really engage. He did everything in his power to not really engage. He just, hit a couple punches here, ran. It just wasn't a great fight. The 3 fights with Deontay Wilder were incredible. They were all great wars. The first fight was a draw. The second fight and the third fight, Tyson Fury won by knockout. I believe that those fights brought out the best in those 2 individuals. They left everything on the table in those fights. And I believe that they're not the same guys anymore. I don't think they're the same guys. I think that they beat each other so bad that they left, you know how they say you leave it all in the ring? I think they left some of themselves in the ring, man. Like, I really do believe that they're not the same guys because of those wars. Tyson Fury, last fight was against Francis Ngannou, the UFC former heavyweight champion. And a lot of people think that Ngannou won the fight. And Fury was kind of heavy too in that fight. He says he trained. A lot of people trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he probably didn't take Ngannou seriously. But I'm going to tell you the truth. There's no excuse. If he took him seriously, then that means Ngannou fought a great fight. And if he didn't take him seriously, then you should be more concerned about taking it serious. Because you don't play boxing. Ngannou could have flattened you, could have cracked your melon open, and you would have been saying in the hospital, damn, I should have trained. That's not an excuse. I think he looked sloppy in that fight as well. He didn't look good in his other fights. After Wilder 3, I don't think he looked good against Dylan White. He didn't look good against Derek Chisora. I just didn't think he looked good in any of the fights after Wilder. He's really been wading in the water as far as I'm concerned. And finally, he's fighting somebody that has a pulse. He hasn't fought anybody with a pulse since he fought Wilder. And Wilder's a one-trick pony. Look, we can say what we want to say. He's a one-trick pony. He only has the big right hand. It's a beautiful weapon to have. But if a fighter is worth something and he can adapt and figure it out, Wilder's in a lot of trouble. And Tyson Fury exposed that. Tyson Fury also exposed the fact that the stature, his size differential, he laid on Wilder. Wilder is not the same type of build, per se, as Usyk. Like, Usyk can get up and fill up. Wilder, if he goes up in weight, I think his frame still stays wiry. And I think that Usyk, so far from what I looked and what I seen, he's carrying the 230 plus, no problems. I think it's not going to be any issues. But also, the way Fury looked, I think he looks physically fit. But like I said earlier, the last time he was this light, he struggled. And it wasn't against a guy like Usyk either. These are just things that just observations that I see. Now, my prediction for the fight. Now, see, this is where it gets crazy for me. As much as, we see them and they look great, they look like they trained and they took this fight seriously despite all of the cancellations and all of the hoopla and the bullshit that came up to this point. They both look ready to fight. But my whole problem with all of this is just the fact that there's a rematch. It's a fucking rematch, y'all. And when you have a rematch, it just makes me wonder, okay? which one of these guys, maybe, possibly maybe, which one of these guys is going to say, you know what, fuck it, man. We're going to fight again in a couple months. I mean, I'm going to make a lot of money. You know, if I lose, it don't matter. We're going to run it back. There could be a possibility that one or both of these motherfuckers might not be taking this as serious because they know they have another fight in the bag. But my whole thing is this. If one of these guys were to win so convincingly, I mean, do we really need the rematch? I've always said this. Like, if we have another Earl Spence, Bud Crawford fight, whichever guy, whoever does the Bud Crawford thing, does this really warrant a rematch? I don't see anybody going crazy for a rematch between Bud and Spence. I don't hear the buzz for that. So it's like, where are we going with that? Do one of these guys lay an egg knowing that they got a fight in the bag? I would hope not. But it's just one of the crazy things that run through my crazy ass mind. And my mind be racing, be everywhere. And it's just one of the things that I thought about. It's like, hey, man, having a rematch in the bag, it's like, who knows what could happen. And then one of them could just be in the mentality like, hey, I got another fight with him. I'm going to make more money. And because it's going to be another fight, I'm going to make more money, you know, and championships, blah, blah, blah. Fury could even be saying in his mind, hey, I could lose this one and then beat him in the rematch. Vice versa. It could be a night off. I'm bugging. I just want the fight to go smooth and clean and both these guys give their all. And if it's worth it, then you do the rematch. Like, if it's worth it, do the damn rematch. Shit. But I'm telling you, if it's one-sided on either side, I mean, I'm gonna have reservations about a rematch. We got Anthony Joshua trying to basically, in my opinion, he's trying to figure out what this fight's gonna be, what's looking like here, because I think like the winner of these fights or this fight, you got to see AJ. Now, I know Usyk's fought AJ twice, and he beat him convincingly, and I don't know, like, a lot of people just be like, nah, I don't want to see that again. But if AJ is earning his stripes, he's trying to get it back. He seems like he has the heart. And I've always said AJ's always been talented as can be. However, I just always question his heart. Tyson Fury, I don't question his heart, but I just question his mind, like where he be at. It just seemed like it don't be all the way focused on boxing. He just be everywhere with it. Usyk, man, he doesn't give me any vibes whatsoever that he's gonna slack. Like he's never given me any vibes like that he's slacking in any way in his professional career. So I think that out of all the guys, I'm not really worried about Usyk. I think he's been ready for a year waiting to fight this guy. Damn near was willing to fight him for free. So like, this is a great fight, I believe. I think that it could be an ugly fight if Fury is the one that controls the pace. I do not, and I'm saying it again, I do not believe that Usyk and Fury are going to box right in front of each other. I just don't believe that. It's just hard for me to believe that. Because when AJ tried to stand in front of Usyk, it just didn't work out. Usyk was able to do what he wanted. Yeah, AJ hit him with some big shots here and there, but he got a chin. He took a lot of AJ's best punches and gave as many as he got. Can Fury deal with a heavyweight that's not going to run and is going to stand in front of him and is looking for his offense? 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 60 to 70 punches around is what I predict Usyk is going to throw. He's going to be active as any heavyweight has ever been active in any fight. Fury has to deal with that. So I'm going to take Alexander Usyk by unanimous decision. I believe that Fury will tire in the later rounds, which he does a lot. These are things a lot of people don't seem to see or understand or get. Fury tires, okay? And I just can't, I hope he's got his stamina up, because he's going to be in there with a guy who basically plays around. He's a light heavyweight that can move up to heavyweight and punch like a heavyweight. But he's got the hands and the speed and the activity of a light heavy. He's a problem. He's 6'3", he's 230 for this fight. Look, Ali was around that, like, he wasn't even that in weight, but that's basically Muhammad Ali is what you're looking at, man. That's what you're going to be basically looking at in stature in regards to a heavyweight. Usyk is a legit heavyweight. I don't like the fact that people say he's not big enough. It just doesn't make any sense. He's 6'3", which means that he can put as much weight as he wants. Whatever comfortable for him should work. So yeah, I think this is going to be a great fight. Everybody tune in. Okay, this is one of the bigger fights that can possibly be made in boxing. And not only is it a big fight on paper, I believe this is going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. Everybody tune in. It's going to be on ESPN tomorrow. Pay-per-view. Lock it in. I'm going to be watching. I know the world will be. If you got anything you guys want to talk about this fight, leave them in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. So anytime that me and Eddie Unsteady are online, you guys know. And once again, this is Chi Ming from Coastal Boxing Club. I'm about to smoke my bud and enjoy my weekend. See y'all after the fight.